Hey, if you hear your Coding with Paris, it's me, Paris, software engineer, and today we're going to address an elephant in the room, and that elephant is AI. AI, or artificial intelligence, is hot in the streets right now, and if you haven't heard about it, if it hasn't disrupted your life, it's about to real soon. But it may not always be negative, and that's the elephant in the room right now, the thing that I want to talk to you about. If you are paying attention to the news right now, you're probably hearing AI this and AI that, and one of the things that I want to do for you guys as a homage to what this channel is all about is explain what AIs are simply, right? And AI is basically, first of all, AI stands for artificial intelligence, and what AI is AI is essentially a virtual assistant that is able to do all sorts of things for you in a digital world. Think of Siri or Google's assistant or Alexa, but on steroids. So many of you have probably used some of those products already, but AI is taking that to a larger level, and there are several big companies out there that have their own AIs. Now, why does it matter to you, and why is it a disruption? Well, the thing about AI is that because it's on steroids, some of the capabilities of these systems are crazy, like nuts. They can do anything from doing Google searches, which is essentially kind of like what Siri and Alexa kind of started out doing, to doing complex tasks kind of that could be handled by an admin, things like reading papers and all sorts of stuff and summarizing them for you, reading emails, actually writing emails for you, to things like creating art, writing code, and even making phone calls for you. As of a couple of weeks ago, one of the big companies out there just released a video of AI actually looking in a room and being able to discuss with you what's going on in a room. It's blowing everyone's mind out. But the reason why I'm bringing this up in the subject of this channel is because one of the huge things that are one of the huge questions out there right now is with the advent of artificial intelligence, like what impact does it have in the tech industry? More specifically, in my book, what impact will it have to my job now and in the future, and also others like you paying attention to this channel who want to get into coding? How does it impact you? Let's open that box and kind of talk about it. You know, AI has been out for a couple of years, and they are doing really good at demonstrating basically that AI knows how to code, right? And when that started happening, I initially got a fear in my heart that, man,
I'm not going to be needed anymore.
my skill set isn't going to be needed anymore. And if you ask anyone else in the industry, that's probably something that's still on their mind. But after looking at this for a couple of years, after having experience in the industry for about 10 to 12 years, depending on how you look at it, it started to become clear to me that a lot of this stuff is just marketing hype. Now, I'll let you make your own opinion. I'll give you mine. All right, but let's just jump to the answer real quick, because I like to do that. Should you, if you're already in the industry, be afraid of AI taking your job? I think, in my opinion, the answer is no. Should you, as a beginner, still get into the industry of coding? I say heck yes. I say double down. I say keep continuing to learn, even with the advent of AI. In fact, I'm gonna double down on what needs to happen for this channel to make sure you're prepared for what the industry is gonna look like. And I'm gonna give you some reasons for that, all right? Here are three main points. The first point is AI really game day ready? At this point, is it really what companies are trusting their prized possessions, their money-making tools with? Those big companies that are touting that it's possible to do that already are kind of, they're hype. The second thing I'm going to talk about is software engineering salaries. The thing about that is yeah, right now, software engineers are salaried at a premium, but there's several aspects to why that might be, at least according to my research and what I've seen over the years. I don't know everything, but again, I'll give some of my opinion on that and why I think that there might be some changes with AI, but you're good. Third reason, I'm gonna give you some analogies, because you know I like to do that. I'm gonna give you kind of a shift of frame here. Some things that I've been kind of tossing back and forth that might help us reframe the fear of AI actually taking our jobs or negatively impacting the skill set of coding reframe it to actually something that might help you and might make you actually more valuable as a coder, as an engineer out there when you get into the world. So let's start talking about, is AI really ready for game day? Is AI really ready to 100% replace these coders? Heck no. And anyone who has coded or who's engineered software either for a company or by themselves for a long time and has seen some of these coding projects out there, I can't even think of their names, but maybe I can link some videos to some demonstrations that are impressive as a demonstration. But let me just break down this first point, okay? So first of all, and the reason why I say heck no, you have nothing to worry about, is a lot of people who aren't coders or who are removed think that we spend 100% of our time coding. That is absolutely not the truth. In fact, the most impactful part of our jobs have nothing to do with typing on the keyboard at all. It's learning how to solve problems and learning how to solve problems with people, okay? So in the decade that I've worked with in coding, I have developed a certain set of skills to be able to, first of all, sell people, right? Sell people on an idea that they need me or they need the product or the project that I'm putting together, okay? Because you can be an excellent coder, but if you don't know how to sell people, if you don't know how to explain and break things down and build relationships with people, you can be the best coder in the world, but no one's gonna look at your content, no one's gonna buy your product if you're doing your own thing, no one's gonna wanna work with you, okay? So that's one reason why it's like, okay, there's coding. The second thing is that business people, the people who are far removed, have no freaking idea. They're out of touch, right? It's very easy in this industry to get out of touch with how things work and the amount of work it takes to get the rubber to hit the road. Some business person has an idea, right? And you have to take that, you have to listen to them, and again, use your skill of communication to break things down, to translate, to take their big ideas and actually put it into motion. And my God, that is not easy, right? The stuff that we do is pretty much black magic. And I think a lot of people who are marketing people or a lot of people who are business people, they kind of look at what you do and you make it look easy and they think, oh yeah, we can replace you with a machine that can take random codes from GitHub and plug it in. That's not gonna work, bro. Unless you are starting your own company. No, I take that back. A lot of times in the industry, you spend a lot of time supporting things, troubleshooting issues, and fixing problems. That's something that's kind of hard to program something like an AI to do. Now, an AI might be able to help you identify issues. There's tools out there already that can help you identify vulnerabilities, or to help you understand some legacy code that's already existing, like what that code is doing. It has some level of that. But a lot of us in the industry, we don't come into a brand new product, right? We come into a problem that someone wants to throw money at and they want us to fix it, right? They want us to make it better, to extend it, to give it life and maintenance. And so that is like one of those things that it's kind of hard to get an automated machine to do. Now, will it get better at it? Yeah, maybe over the years, but that's one of the reasons why we're paid a premium, right? But even if you're not working for another company and you're not coming into some old product or some product that's already been established, even if you're starting your own product or service, it's only new for a second, right? It's only new for a second. And that's what a lot of these coding engines and all this cool demonstrations are about. They're like, can I tell AI to create a brand new project and throw it out there? Yeah. Anyone could ask AI to do that now with the skill set that's out there. But will that AI be able to maintain or extend or make better, or will the business people know how to ask AI the right questions? The thing is, man, what I think is actually going to happen is AI is going to be able to assist coders, but it's not going to completely replace them. I'll give you some more reasons for that, but let's talk about the next point here. One more thing, okay? So what trains AI today is something called a large language model or multimodal model. And they're just these models that go out to the internet, suck a bunch of stuff in, it parses it, and it just gives you an answer based on the most likely thing that is found on an internet, kind of like a statistical engine. And it works well until it does not, right? So you're gonna need a skilled person there to understand when AI lies, because they do lie. That's actually called an exaggeration or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty bad, and it can be pretty drastic if it's spending up resources and it starts lying to you and you have no idea because you're not a coder. You can't look and see if the AI is doing something right, and next thing you know, you have millions of dollars of issues going on because you trusted this AI alone. No, you're still gonna need a pilot in the pilot seat. All right, so it's gonna suck in stuff from the internet. Some things might be wrong because, hey, we're humans and we put that content out there. We might be wrong, our opinions change, and it just has a snapshot in time, and it's gonna screw you the heck up if you're not careful. So you need a pilot. All right, next point. So point number 2 about the why you have nothing to worry about with AI is something that I was kind of talking about a little bit earlier at the establishment of this channel, which is the industry right now, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, still has a shortage of coders, right? So if you're looking at an industry where we're paid at a premium because there's a shortage and because our job is hard as heck, right? And you put AI out there that might take away some jobs, maybe the jobs of people who are simply doing really simple stuff or starting brand new projects, right? So it takes some jobs. That's only filling some of the hole, some of the gap, right? So if you go to the BLS website, you'll see that unless they forgot to update their website, we are going to continue having a shortage of really highly technical people in the industry into 2030, right? And past 2030. So let's just say it takes away some jobs. Well, some of those jobs aren't filled anyway. So we're still going to need really technical people there. And again, like I said in the previous point, we're still going to need people who understand what AI is doing. We're going to need a pilot in the seat to make sure that plane still lands when it comes down to game day, because we can't 100% trust a technology that has the ability to lie. Sorry. Will it be able to augment and help us like autopilot on a plane? Yeah, absolutely. I really think that if you don't know how to use AI, if you don't develop the skills of how to use AI, you're going to be probably left behind. And so one thing I wanted to do is to pivot my channel just a little bit and add a subject of something that I actually need to learn myself. So I'm going to be learning this stuff with you, is how to use AI in my everyday coding flow to help make me more productive and better. So stay tuned for some content on that, as well as the other content that I'm sharing with you on just learning what coding is. But yeah, absolutely. Like AI is going to have some impact. It's going to impact jobs of people who are kind of doing simple, not really complex things in the coding world, because I will be able to ask my AI to do it and verify it. And it's going to make me quick as hell when it comes to putting together projects or solutions for any of my customers. But the topic of, well, jobs disappearing and that sort of stuff is not really gonna make a difference, in my opinion. Being in the industry long enough, I've kind of navigated these waves of hype around replacing coders. I mean, we're really expensive, and that's a real problem for the people who have to pay for us. AI has also presented an opportunity on making us cheaper and more productive for the small guys, right? So usually it's the really big businesses that can afford a couple of coders to do some things, or a small business has to pay a super large amount of money to bring in some coders to help develop a product for them or to alter a product for them. And maybe AI will help make us cheaper, which is a good thing, right? That's a good thing. I think that's okay, because there's still a demand for our skills, and it's still not a single thing that exists that doesn't need our skills. It doesn't need some developer on hand, some coder or software engineer on hand to know how to kind of connect the wires together. Many times, and this since I've been a coder, a professional software engineer, I have seen products or services that are out there that's saying, hey, we can replace these premium costing coders. The only thing you need is this little product that we're selling that takes programmers out of it. Listen, those have come and gone. many times. And those have scared us and then not scared us, because a lot of times the pattern is people misunderstand how complex our stuff is, right? They create this cookie cutter product that works for everyone, and then they find out that, hey, once something doesn't work, what the hell do we do? Oh, we have to call a IT consultant in, pay him double, triple the price to consult with us to fix our issues. We might as well have code. And then when that person comes in, they're like, this stuff is trash. We can't customize it, or the company that owns it is going to charge us a premium price, and you're trapped in a box if you get their product. So keep that in mind. But an IT consultant comes in, fixes the issue, charges a premium price, and lets them know, hey, just so you know, this is all trash. We should throw it away, and I should create something custom for you anyway. So that happens all the time, all right? So that's happening probably again today. But where it's ultimately going to land is going to land in the middle, right? So the people who completely refuse to regard AI because they're scared or whatever, they're scared, they don't like it or whatever, they're going to be left behind, right? The people who think that coders are going to just completely disappear and they're just going to put a bunch of cheap AI in to run their business or their products or whatever, they're going to be screwed too, right? But in the middle, you have this new world where coding, the workflow of coding changes, right? Maybe there's less typing on our behalf as coders, which is kind of like, I don't know, I might miss that. But I think we're still a while away from that. Anyway, we're going to be more productive. We're going to be cheaper. We're going to be better equipped to create products, not only for those big companies that can pay top dollar, but for the small business that has some ideas out there of how to change the world and just need someone to help them make the wires connect digitally, to make the rubber hit the road digitally. Okay, I'm gonna wrap things up here with this and just leave you with a little bit of analogy, okay? Or a little bit of a story that might help you feel better about this. So there are a lot of times in human history, the advent of certain pieces of technology have literally wiped out certain industries, but they've also created new industries, right? With the creation of combines and that sort of stuff, right? That changed the farming industry forever, but it didn't get rid of farms, right? It didn't get rid of, it might have taken some jobs, but then it gave combine technicians jobs, right? It gave new jobs and new opportunities. It gave us the ability as a race, as a society, the human race as a society to move forward. And we have to start reframing AI in that way, not as something to be afraid of. Well, maybe some things to be afraid of, but also an opportunity for us to find new jobs, right? All around AI right now, all around trying to make good AI. There's AI has applications in all sorts of industries and that sort of stuff as well. So again, it's a technical skill. So you should get into data science. You should get into, if you're interested in that sort of stuff, maybe you could be a coder, but you specialize in that sort of thing, and boom, you're going to be a high ticket or a premium pay for whatever product you come up with. So the advent of AI is good. And I mean, think about it, okay? Autopilot for cars have been around for a while now. Look at Tesla, right? For the last 10 years, they've had an excellent AI that can literally drive a car by themselves. But the reason why it's not mainstream, the reason why not everyone is like, they're just not a bunch of truck drivers out of job right now and all sorts of stuff, is people, right? Like, people are going to still need to be there. And the same thing is going to be for AI. Carpenters are excellent at their job, but with the advent of freaking a nail gun, you still need a carpenter, right? Because listen, you might have a nail gun, but you need to know where to put it. You might need to know where to position things, or you might need a person there to listen to the customer and customize things in a way that is okay for one, but it's not really, cookie cutter doesn't work for others, for everyone. So you need a very custom thing. Well, you need a good carpenter there to do that. Also, when things go wrong, you need a good carpenter there to help you figure out when things go wrong. Not something that'll make something wrong and then keep acting like it doesn't happen until you have a terrible house that's leaking because you let AI do the whole damn thing. Like, come on. Anyway, let's wrap this up. So I think I threw up a lot on you, but again, I'm gonna end this on a positive note and say the advent of AI is good. Do I think you should get out of the industry because AI can start coding? Heck no. Double down. Subscribe to channels like this. Learn how to code, right? Learn how to code because according to BLS, unless they forgot to update their website, there's still plenty of need for you out there. Tune into this channel. I'm going to continue to take coding concepts and make it easy for absolute beginners to get in there, get in this industry and enjoy these premium salaries and prices we're able to charge people, and also be able to, wedge into any industry that you freaking want because everyone needs coders. So anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. Share this with someone who's interested in coding. And man, let's go out there and change the world for the better, right? And do it with a AI sidekick now. All right, gotta go. Talk to you later. Peace.